Hello, I'm back. Um, Today is August 23rd, 2026, and it's been a while since I posted a vlog on YouTube. I think the last one was early 2025, so just because my arm hurts. There are a few things that I'd like to mention. Earlier, when I was posting my vlogs, I was in Somalia. Now I'm in Thailand. Um, I posted music, some songs, and I'm uh, pretty severely disabled. Um, I know that's true. It's easier now for me to read and for me to read and to study while I'm in school. So that's been an improvement. I was in a mental hospital for a long time, and I was in Somalia. Technically, in my personal opinion, I was kidnapped. I went for, I ran because of these people who live in my room who are always pushing me around and spitting on me. But I ran in Somalia. I ran away from them, and they found me. They were in my hotel that night after I ran away. I know they were there, and then I left that hotel. I walked around for a long time, and the next day I was so depressed because I was told by someone who claimed to be Jesus that my entire family was dead. And so I found a rope and I was going to hang myself. I went to a place with trees, and then the police stopped me, and I was technically kidnapped. Like, I was put in a car, I was placed in a school, I had to stay there for 3 months, and then I was transferred to a mental hospital. Like, I begged to go to a hospital because I am sick in a way I don't completely understand, particularly with the left side of my body. And the next thing that happened was that instead of actual hospital where they like monitor my heart rate and all of that, they took me to a mental hospital and they force fed me drugs and they gave me injections. And uh, while I've improved physically, I also know that invisible people that are living in my room are real. And I have run away from them again, and I'm in Thailand, and it's the exact same people here in Thailand, the exact same voices. And so it's just like, obviously, like the only conclusion I can come to is that they're invisible. And that goes back to when I was first homeless in 2019. And when I was first homeless in 2019, like I was running around, like if you want like demonstration of how my body reacts to them, take a gander. So I'm just walking around my room. They push me like that, like so. Imagine that, except like you're in like a major city or something, and you're just wandering around, and your body is reacting. Your body is reacting to something constantly, and you know that there's someone there, and you have to get away from them. And that's what was going on in 2019 when I was homeless. Like, I was trying my best to get away from them, and I couldn't. Like, I had to eventually sleep. I got so tired. And then the night where, like, I was, like, very, very obviously aware of them, they, like, they touched my hand at night. One of them touched my hand at night. I know he's real. Um, I'm pretty sure, like, one of their names is Alex. He's gonna be, like, he's technically my murderer. Like, it's been years since I first realized that they were in the world. Like I was first started hearing voices in 2015 in my home, but I first became aware that they were actually invisible people in 2019. So yeah, I wrote down some notes. So my murderer is a future U.S. president who has the exact same birthday as me, and he's going to be rewarded for the fact that he killed me. And how crushing of a belief is that? And I know they're real. I ran away to Thailand, and they're still here. Everywhere I go, they spit on me. Everywhere I go, they constantly spit on me. And like I know that I'm not as sick as I used to be. Like this thing that's about to happen hasn't happened in a while. Mainly because like the way he sounds when he reads through me, through this left side of my body, it makes him sound like a hick, and he doesn't like that. It just makes him embarrassed. Alex, I mean, not me. So he's real. Like I don't know how like someone can be physically invisible or at least slightly visible and not completely visible, but it's possible it's something in the air. So I posted some music underneath the artist name Beg. Um, like people tell me when I first got to Somalia, one of the first things that I heard was that I was like, I hate it when my eyes roll back, but like I was walking around and then I heard an old Somali guy say like, and then he'll beg, and then like I had like a slight heart attack in the mosque, but like it like reset me to the point where like I wasn't like completely bloated anymore. And then I was walking back from the mosque and a woman walked by and she was laughing and she said beg like sarcastically. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be okay. And then like things just kind of got like worse and worse, you know. Um, and then after that, I got out of the mental hospital. I was in the mosque, and this guy was like, and he'll end up begging, just you watch. And so, like, the reason I chose the artist name Beg was like to reclaim it, like to say, like, this is something that can be like a positive for me. Now, something else that like I wanted to mention was that, um, and I seem like such a fool, like I'm talking with my eyes rolled back, but I'm begging. I beg. Okay. Um, uh, um, so something else I wanted to mention, I completely forgot. Oh yeah, I was in. Okay, so like I converted to Christianity January 5th, 2025. And like people tried to like take my new faith away from me by saying like it was someone else speaking through me. But I understand that I'm a puppet. It doesn't mean that like my faith is any less valid, you know? Like I went outside for a walk and every day I would see triangles of birds flying by. And I just believed that it was a message that the Trinity is true. And then one day, and this was after like I had planned my suicide like fairly in a fairly detailed way. And then one day I said to myself, like, if I see one more sign that the Trinity is true, then I will believe no matter what, my Lord. I firmly will believe. And then, right when I said that, using my voice, like it was clearly coming from my body, and yet I am derided as a puppet by these people who are in my room. Um, Despite that, like, three birds flew into the sky, and I just believed that the Trinity was true. Um, and my journey as a Christian has been, it's been different. Like, I haven't been to a church or anything. I converted in Somalia, a Muslim majority country, and so it hasn't been like perfect or anything. But like, in the mental hospital, I started reading tafsir, and I would say to myself, like, my Lord, please tell me the truth about your nature. Are you three persons, or are you just one God? And I would go outside and I'd see like a cloud, like clearly shaped as a three. This morning, like, I like took the advice of God. Um, but let me back up a bit. When I was in Somalia, I went into the bathroom when I was taking a piss, and I looked down on the floor, and I clearly saw the words "I am" on the ground, and I felt for sure it was Yahweh, and I was convinced of it. And it was after like I deleted all. I kept saying like not interested, not interested, not interested to news videos on YouTube. And I always wonder like how this new YouTube stuff is happening. But I went into the bathroom to take a piss, and I saw "I am" written on the ground. And then I was leaving the bathroom, and he said "beg," and I thought like I don't know if I can really do this. And then he said "listen to me," and I as of right now, like, I honestly believe it was God telling me to beg. This morning, then, like, I begged them who are smarter than me, and I'm like their puppet. But like, I begged them again and again. I just said, I beg, I beg, I beg. And I took a shower. And then when I came out of the bathroom, like, I saw like the water had formed a 33 on the ground. And I thought that was so cool and special. Like, I just felt so happy. I understand that like I'm not a great person, but I'm doing my best to be like, I'm trying my best at least. My arm, dude, like, this hurts so much sometimes. Yeah. Uh, so um, my arm really hurts, and the energy saver is on. But yeah. So I don't think that they're aliens. Honestly, like, I think that they're just completely human. And not only are they completely human, but they're like secret CIA agents. But then other parts of me, like, I like wonder, like, is he like Jesus or something? But then, like, one day, like, one of the first days that I was in this room, he like projected his image on this wall, and he said, "This is how I look like, and I'm murdering you." So it's kind of hard to believe that he's Jesus, in all honesty. So where am I supposed to go? You know, like, I know that they're gonna find me no matter where I go, and like every day I wonder why, and I don't really understand it at all. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. So ran in Thailand, the same voices. Everywhere I go, they spit on me. The surveillance state is watching, and I really think they're part of the American government. And there's like nothing I can do to get away from them. And I'm just kind of as open as I can be about my goals and stuff, which is wrong, I think. Like, maybe not, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But all I'm saying is just like, you know, this is difficult. Um, I'm not as sick anymore. Like, it's much easier to talk. I don't know why I was so sick when I was doing those vlogs in Somalia. I don't understand what the difference was between then and now. I'm not really doing much different. I take psychiatric drugs, and I have been found here by them. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do some reading just to like demonstrate. Well, maybe I'll do that another time. Sometimes my shoulder raises like this, and so it's like sometimes it feels completely involuntary, and I just want to make a note of that. I'm gonna read The Guardian out loud just to point out that like it's so much easier to read now. No more. Trump lashes out at Mark Carney after U.S.-Canada talks develop into trade war. That's funny. PM Mark Carney says we got attacked as tariffs come into force on items from hockey sticks to tongue depressors. Donald Trump has hit back at Canada after a breakdown in negotiations plunged the two countries into a trade war. This was posted exactly at 12. So, yeah, some of that was just like maybe they're aliens and like no one knows who the invisible are. And it's like, I don't know if that's really real. Maybe it was me like accidentally spitting on myself. I don't know. This is so painful, but I can do it. In his first public comments since negotiations collapsed on Friday in Washington, the U.S. president wrote on social media, Canada wants the benefit of being a state without being one. They have also charged our great farmers for many years massive amounts of tariffs, he added. No more. His comments came after the U.S. imposed 50% tariffs on $20 billion worth of Canadian goods, while Mark Carney, the country's prime minister, has vowed to match them dollar for dollar. The U.S. tariffs came into force on Saturday, ranging from hockey sticks to tongue depressors. Trade experts had predicted that the tariffs could result in some job losses, but the biggest impact is expected to be political, triggering fresh tension between the neighbors. After Trump miscalculated by escalating his tariff attack. You're at war when you're attacked, and we got attacked. We cannot accept what they've offered and will not give what they ask. So this is like political theater. I mean, this is pretty major, like these tariffs. Anyway, as you may have been able to notice, like I'm slightly hyper. I posted all the songs on YouTube just because like I didn't have like the best of days, but like sometimes like this happens and it's kind of confusing. But I try to get through that. And Carney said it was certainly not good news. The good news of the gospel is good news, and it feels good. Something really cool that's been going on for a while that's like wrong is like even though I feel saved by Jesus and that he died for our sins and all, they try to take away like my salvation and the sense that I can continue working towards heaven by telling me things like, well, lies about my past, one, and two, like telling me evil things like I'm the beast or something. And I also want to mention one more thing, and that is like I firmly believe that Hitler is still alive. Like I think that like in some way, shape, or fashion, I have actually met Hitler, and I don't really understand that. Like I honestly think he's real. Like not what I mean, yeah, not like real, but like I think he's alive. So they're still fighting the Nazis. So that's one. And don't do that right now, please. That hasn't happened for a while, but it happened again today during this video. There's this video called Divide Close Ties. I never listened to it much because, I don't want to divide close ties. And the screenshot is of someone whose mouth is like that, his tongue out and his eye shut. I don't know how these Nazis did this to me, but I am not a Nazi. As you can see, I'm a black man. I don't know if you found. See, I can still talk when that happens. One of the songs I posted is it goes, I got rust in my lungs, but it still lets me speak. Sometimes, I really think that, I'm dead, you know? I can feel my heart right now. But, earlier today, I was sleeping, and then I had, I didn't know what happened, but, suddenly I just, jerked. It was like a Lazarus effect. Suddenly I was just my leg just, leapt up. And I was like, man, I don't know what just happened, but it seems to, suggest that I'm alive. There's this song by Would You that goes it seems like the exit has already been determined, and then everything becomes a loop, and it just repeats and repeats. And the reason I bring that up is because, the amount of times I've, Googled Lazarus effect, and it's just, still hasn't stuck. How exactly can I apply that to me? It's hard to understand. I felt like it was a spinal cord reflex, you know? I just, kicked my legs all of a sudden, and then I was like, oh shit, I'm awake now. So there's that. He has the same birthday as me. Sometimes it kind of hurts to think that, someone with the exact same birthday as me is going to be, president of the United States. But other times it's kind of people don't like me. So, I'm okay with that. I can understand, someone else going into politics. And I am disabled. I can feel it. In 2020, no, not 2020, 2015, I had Bell's palsy on the left side of my face. I got my wisdom teeth out, and now I have a growth in my left temple. After the Bell's palsy, I'm pretty sure I had it after the Bell's palsy. So, yeah. I hate it when my eyes roll back, but it keeps happening. Hyperness over. My day's done. I'm trying to be a good person. Please don't do that again. Please, I beg. Please. Thank you. I had to put my arm out. This is my begging hand. So yeah, um, update over. Vlog ended. Things are better than they were when I was in Somalia before the mental hospital. After the mental hospital, I mean, I had like things weren't that bad overall. After the mental hospital, I'm in school again and doing okay. So I have a lot to do to accomplish my goals, but I hope it will be fine. So yeah, there's a fly circling around behind my head. I figured there'd be like gossip about what I read about this video and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. Um, 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 that still bothers me. Spraying spraying this terrible scent again. They keep doing that. They they spray these terrible smells on me, and it's just like, uh, where are these smells coming from? If there are invisible people in my room, and he just like sometimes they just like grab me by my shoulder and lift it up like that. So anyway, um, I just thought I'd post something. This still happens, of course, all the time, every day. And it like chases its way down like my arm. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Whatever. Thank you for watching.